Consumer surplus and producer surplus. It's easy if you know how to calculate the area of the triangle. I'm gonna explain it really easy to you with the example of a Korean snack that I really like. Consumer surplus and producer surplus depends on your willingness to pay for something. This is one of my favorite Korean snacks, 조리퐁. And let's say that I'm the seller of this snack, and then you are the consumer. You want to try this. So for me, I have bought it so much, I can't even eat it all myself. So my willingness to sell this snack would be $1. I will be willing to sell this good at $1. And as a consumer, you are willing to pay until like $5 for this snack. Let's just assume. And then we meet together and I don't know your willingness to pay for this snack and you don't know my willingness to sell for this snack, so we kind of bargain on the price. I say like, oh, okay, I'll sell it for $3. And you say, oh, that's cheaper than I thought, but then let's have a go at it. Maybe she will sell it a little bit cheaper. And you say like, what about $2.5? And I'll say, okay, I will give it to you for $2.5 and I sell it to you for $2.5. Then how happy are you now? Because your willingness to pay was $5. Now you have paid only $2.5. Your happiness, your consumer surplus would be $2.5. For me, I was willing to sell the snack for $1 and I sold it for $2.5. So for me, the producer surplus would be $1.5. So as a supplier, I would have been on this spot. I sold it for $2.5. So I am this much happy. I am $1.5 happy. That's called the producer surplus. You're on this graph, you were on here, demand, you were willing to buy it for $5 and you got it for $2.5. You are happy like up to this length. So like $2.5 happy, that's your consumer surplus. Let's say there are many people like that. Like there would be people who are willing to sell it for like 50 cents here. And if they get the equilibrium price of $2.5 for the snack, they'll be this much happy. The sellers will be this much happy. Like everyone, if you add all these together, everyone would be happy as much as this, like this much. And the seller here, right here, who are willing to sell at like $3, they'll not be selling, so there is no producer surplus here. So this much is producer surplus. And what about the consumer surplus? You as a consumer were willing to pay $5 for this snack, but you actually got it for just $2.5. Very happy up to here. So if there were many consumers like you who are willing to pay high price, their consumer surplus would be very high. And there are going to be people whose willingness to pay is going to be lower than yours. So perhaps they would be willing to pay $4 and they're this much happy. And if you add them all together like this until there's this person who gets no consumer surplus from buying this good at $2.5, this is called consumer surplus. To calculate the area of the consumer surplus, you just have to multiply the base with the height and divide it by 2. That's it. And producer surplus 2 as well. If you get confused, just remember that consumer surplus is stuck on demand curve and the producer surplus is something that suppliers get. So the adjacent to the supply curve would be producer surplus. Adjacent to the demand curve, there would be consumer surplus.